It's our job to set our community straight. If the man is not right in the community, how are we gonna get it together? We gotta wake up, black man. The charge is on your shoulders, not nobody else. It's time to stop looking for handouts. We got too many handouts in America. We don't want no 40 acres in the mule. We want the world. God promised us the world, and we only gonna get it if we stand up for him. Read.
Psalm chapter 94, verse 16. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers?
Who gonna rise up? Who gonna tell the black man to pull their pants up? Who gonna tell the black man to stop sleeping with women and having children and marry that woman? Who gonna tell the woman to get in order and stop letting them rule them? Who gonna do it? You can't leave it up to them. God said, who gonna rise up? Read.
Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity?
So God is looking for the so-called black man to stand up and take his place back. Get your house in order, black man. Get this world in order. The world is not going to get in order until we get in order. So it's time out for playing. It's time to grow up and stop being boys. It's time for us to grow up. Because guess what? Slavery turned us into boys. But the Bible, God is going to turn us back into men. My brother, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question real quick. Why did we go into slavery as a nation of people? How is it that the so-called white man, or the Chinese man, or the Africans, how were they able to put us in chains? How were they able to sell our children? How were they able to take us from Africa and bring us to America on slave ships? How was that possible? Why did that happen to us, out of all people? Did all people get sold in slavery? They did? When did the white man get sold in slavery? Yeah. We got sold. Did that happen to all people, or did that happen to a specific people? Why did it happen to us? Why did we have to go through that, and still what we go through today? We still getting shot down today. You know what I'm saying? It's a curse on us, right? Why is the curse on us?
We didn't obey God.
We did. So what do we gotta do? You don't know? If we disobey God and that caused
to obey him, then I guess.
So show me how. Give me some things on how we obey God. You believe in God?
Yeah.
How do we obey him?
I said we need to obey him. A lot of us don't obey him.
Do you obey him?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
We're gonna see. What is today? What's today? Come here. Come on real quick.
Today is Saturday.
Would you say today is the Sabbath day, or is it Sabbath day on Sunday?
I say it's Saturday.
It's Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Would you say today, Saturday, is the Sabbath day, or would you say it's on Sunday?
I don't know about all that. I feel I obey God by living righteous, treat others how I want others to treat me, and not doing evil things.
How do you know what's righteous without the Bible?
I know the difference between, I know it's not right to kill your brother, man. I know it's not right to steal.
Where did you read that at?
I just know that's what my parents taught.
Where did they get it from?
They read it.
They read it, right?
Yeah.
So in order to find out what righteousness is, where do we have to go?
You have to read it.
To the Bible, right? So that's what we're gonna do. Come around, come around. Exodus 28. Come around. Because you said that this happened to us because of our disobedience. And I asked you, how do we reverse this? You said by obeying. So the only way, do you want to change? Do you like living in the conditions that you're living in? You don't, right? So you should want the answer. We're gonna give you the answer. Just stick around for a minute.
Right. We have to take on our enemy.
Huh?
We have to take on our enemy.
What you mean take them on?
Take him on.
What you mean?
You got to deal with him the way he deals with us.
2 Corinthians 10 and 4. That's not the case. We can't do that. Because where's that gonna lead us to? What happened to the Black Panthers when they tried to do that?
Bring it out. Now they in jail and dead. Bro, they killing us now.
Okay.
You got to do something.
All right, we're gonna give you the solution. We're gonna show you.
I say if we sit and do what we doing now, they gonna kill us off anyway.
Right, but guess what? You're applying what you said earlier. You said it's in your heart. We're gonna show you biblically out of the Bible, because this is what we haven't tried. What we should do to combat what's happening to us. All right, read what you got.
2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds.
So it said the weapons of our warfare, how we fight and how other people fight is totally different. The followers of God, which are the people on this sign right here, come on. Step on this one. Are you so-called American black?
I look at myself as an African in America. I know y'all don't like Africans, but that's how I look at myself.
All right, that's still a byword, all right? So what we're trying to get away from is on the left side of this sign is what they called us in America. When they brought us over here on slave ships, they gave us the name African American. They gave us the name Jamaican or black. Those are the names that they gave us as property, as slaves. But on the right side, these are the names that God gave us. These are our biblical identities. You see what I'm saying? So read it from the top again. So the Bible is always addressing these people right here. So we said the weapons of our warfare. Read it again.
2 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal,
So we can't fight like everybody else fight. Well, how do we fight? Read.
but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imagination.
Because guess what? Trying to fight against the white man like the Black Panther did, that's an imagination. Why? Because it never worked.
Right.
It's not reality. It doesn't work for us. They create all the ammo, you know what I'm saying? They can turn our water off in our communities and kill us. They don't have to fight against us. They own this.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So we can't, it'll be stupid to try to fight against them like that. We'll only kill ourselves doing that. Hold up. Read.
And every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of God, and bring into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ.
The obedience of Christ. So the way we fight is by being obedient to the Bible. We have to fight with this Bible.
So once we're obedient to the Bible, then our change will come. You know, at times that enemy trusts that Bible when he wants to remain saved. So I mean, so what's gonna happen? It's gonna magically get better?
Deuteronomy 28 and 15.
What was the question?
Because us not obeying the Bible is what caused this to happen to us. The white man had no power to do any of this to us. The reason why this happened is because of our disobedience. And the Lord allowed this to happen. I'm going to show you that real quick. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 48.
I believe we had no defense.
Deuteronomy chapter 20.
I said we had no defense. That's why they did that.
You know why we don't have a defense? Because our defense lies in keeping God's commandments. When we go against God's commandments, the defense is down. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord fight for us when we keep His commandments. And I'm going to show you that. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, until he hath destroyed thee.
So in Deuteronomy 28:15, it said if we didn't keep God's commandment, He was going to bring curses upon us. Still in verse 48, He's still talking about the curses. He said, therefore, because of your disobedience, read it from the top again.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee. Which the Lord shall send against thee.
So God said we was going to serve our enemies. How? Through slavery. When we came over here in America, what were we doing? We was in the cotton field. In Jamaica, they was in the sugarcane field. So God said we was going to serve our enemies that He was going to send against us. Read.
In thirst,
In hunger,
in thirst, and in nakedness,
clothes that we want.
and in want of all things.
Anything that we want in America, who do we got to go to get it? The white man. Why? Because God put him over us. Because of our disobedience to Him. So God allowed this to happen because of our disobedience. So if He allowed this to happen because of our disobedience, if we're obedient to Him, don't you think He'll fight for us? If He allowed this to happen? He would. We're not looking for numbers. We're looking for you to come back to God because that's our defense. Give me Ephesians 6 and 10 real quick. What you gonna say?
I can't say I agree that you need the Lord to change the situation. Because I understand they do have all those weapons and they can't hold us down. But I was just looking at it like, I don't know no other way.
Guess what? That's why I said we've tried that. You know what I'm saying? If you try the way and it doesn't work, why would you go back and try the same way again? We gotta try something new. This is the only thing that we haven't tried. When they brought this Bible over here to us, they didn't allow us to read it. Why do you think they didn't allow us to read it? Because we read it, we will understand, you know what I'm saying, what we need to do. When they brought us over here, what did they tell us? They told us Christ was a white man. Is that true? Is that anywhere in the Bible? No. But do we read the Bible? No, we don't. We just use that book was the white man book. He bought it. He taught us the book. That's what we use as an excuse. But it's time to wake up. The scriptures say, blessed is the man that read it. Read what you got.
Ephesians chapter 6 verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and the power of His might. Put on the whole armor of God.
So we gotta put on the armor of God. Like I said, we can't put on politics. We can't put on our own mind. We can't pick up weapons and try to fight against the white man. That's not the armor of God. What's the armor of God? Read.
That we may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood.
So the fight that we fight is not against flesh and blood. We can't fight with them like that. They was given the art of war. Back when Jacob and Esau were born, one of the blessings that Esau got, read, give me that for me in Genesis 25. Because this fight is very. It's not what we think. This fight goes way back. This fight has been since the beginning of time. You know what I'm saying? From Cain to Abel, Jacob and Esau, to the white man and the 12 tribes. This fight goes way back, so we're not going to win that fight like this. I'm going to show you why. Read what you got.
Genesis chapter 25, verse 21. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife, because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him. And Rebekah, his wife, conceived, and the children struggled together within her.
So Jacob, Isaac and Rebekah had 2 children, right? Jacob and Esau. So it said, read it from the top again.
And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife, because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him. And Rebekah, his wife, conceived.
So she conceived. So they had children, right? Read. No, she became pregnant, because barren means that you can't have children. So Isaac prayed to the Lord for his wife. Like she can't have no children. And the Lord heard his prayer. And she conceived, right? Read.
And the children struggled together within her.
So before the children were even born, they were fighting against each other. Read.
And she said, if it be so, why am I thus?
So, my brothers, the question the brother had was, I'm gonna bring y'all a little speed real quick. Y'all good? Come here, man. Y'all finna go? All right, keep reading.
And the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said to her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
So, during that time, he said, 2 nations are in thy womb. Read.
And 2 manner of people shall be separated one from thy bowels.
So if there are twins in the same womb, why would she say 2 nations are in their womb? Because even though they're twins, they're 2 different nations of people. They're 2 different manner of people. So Genesis 27 about the blessing that Esau got. Read it. 27 and 37. So this is after they were born. You know what I'm saying? Both of them got blessings. All right. We're going to show you the blessing that Esau got, which is why it's not a smart thing for us to fight against him. Read.
Genesis chapter 27, verse 38. And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother.
So it said, by the sword shall thou live. So Esau was going to live by the sword. How did he get this land? He killed for the land. Who owned this land first? The Native American Indians, right? How did he get it? He killed for it. The same way they do in Spain with the Moors. Every place that Esau was at, they didn't get that land by having a conversation. They got the land by killing. So that's the blessing that Esau was given. The art of war. You see what I'm saying? So we go back to what I had you before. I think, right there. Ephesians 6. We wrestle not against flesh and blood.
Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood.
So the fight that we fight is not how they fight. Our fight is different, Reed.
But against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
So we fight against spiritual wickedness in high places, all right? So what we have to do is learn to keep God's commandments. That's basic. So what we're going to do, we're going to go over the Sabbath day real quick. Today is the Lord's Sabbath day. Give me Exodus 20 and 8 real quick. So like I said, because we grew up going to church on when? Sunday. Is that the Lord's Sabbath day? It's not. But the spiritual wickedness in high places, they put that in place to keep us in sin. Because the longer we stay in sin, the longer we stay at the bottom.
What day should we go to church?
We're going to show you real quick. Read that.
Exodus 20 verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
So the 7th day of the week, what day is the 7th day of the week? Saturday is the 7th day of the week. That's the day we're supposed to fellowship. We're going to show you that too. It says 6 days are you supposed to labor and do all your work. But the 7th day is the Sabbath day of the Lord. In it, thou shalt not do any work. So today we're not supposed to be working.
So you agree with 7 day Adventist?
No.
Not even on the 7 days.
On the 7th day, yeah, but I can't tell you about it because I don't know about it. You know what I'm saying? But what I do know about the 7th day Adventist, we don't have that sign, is that religion was created by a white man also. You see what I'm saying? The white man is not going to give us anything that's going to benefit us. Everything that the white man do for what's good news for the sheep is bad news for the wolf. You see what I'm saying?
That man gave us that Bible.
Like 9.
Who gave us the Bible? We're going to show you who gave us the Bible. Psalms 60, what's that, 66? 68 and 11. Psalm 68 and 11. The white man never gave us the Bible. The white man put us in slavery And he opened up the Bible and told us what he wanted to tell us.
Right.
He didn't tell us the truth about the Bible. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't have. Because if he did, his destruction was written from the beginning.
As I say, he gave us the Bible, he gave us the lies that he had with it.
He gave us the slave Bible and his lies. He didn't give us the Bible because the Bible's been the same since the beginning of time. Everything we just read throughout the scriptures was in the Bible, even when we was in slavery. They just didn't read it to us. Like, read that.
Psalm chapter,
We're going to show you who gave us the Bible. Where did the Bible come from? Read.
Psalm chapter 68, verse 11. The Lord gave the word. The Lord gave the word. Great was the company of those that published.
So who published the Bible? Who wrote the Bible? Isaiah, Jeremiah, Moses, Ezekiel. No, man, those are lies put there to deceive you. Everything that you see on the internet is not true. You know what I'm saying? When you read out the Bible, Deuteronomy 28:15 and Deuteronomy 28:6-8 say we was gonna go into slave ships. Did we not go into slave ships?
Good ship Jesus.
Is that what you want to call them? But they had many names for the ship. But what's true is that we went into slave ships. Why? Because we were disobedient.
Right.
So what do we have to do? We got to come back to keeping God's commandments, back to the seventh day. Because all that is put there as a smoke screen to keep you from believing in the Bible. It's a lot of different things out here they're going to throw to keep you from reading it. But like I said, we can read now. Pick it up for yourself. And test and see if it's true. You know what I'm saying? Read.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
Why did he tell us to remember? Because we forgot. How do we forget? In slavery. They didn't allow us to keep the Sabbath day in slavery. They ain't allow us to do none of that. They said, y'all gonna go to church on Sunday. Y'all gonna eat this pork. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna eat this shrimp. Y'all gonna work from sun up to sundown. Y'all gonna celebrate Christmas. All those, they made us do those things. They didn't allow us. So the Lord is saying, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Why? Because we forgot. Read.
6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work. Thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant.
So guess what? Nobody's supposed to be working on the Sabbath day. So what should we be doing on the Sabbath day? Leviticus 23:1. Because this is what you should be doing. In order for you, I'm not going to be able to give you the whole sentence right here. You know what I'm saying? This is just the tip of the iceberg. If you want to learn more, you got to congregate. That's a commandment on the Lord's Sabbath day. What happens on Sunday? They go to church, they fellowship on Sunday, right? But the Lord said we're supposed to fellowship on Saturday. That's the holy convocation that was set apart from all convocations. Because on that day, we don't work, we don't cook, we don't buy or sell, but we go out and teach. You see what I'm saying? And that's your job. Like I said, we're looking for men who gonna stand up for the Lord. We're not gonna be able to reach all people. We're gonna have to teach one, then you're gonna have to go teach. You know what I'm saying? That's how we're gonna spread this truth. Each one teach one. You see what I'm saying? But in order to teach, you gotta be applying. You can't teach nothing that you're not doing. See what I'm saying? Read what you got.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel.
These people on this side, read.
Say unto them, concerning the feast of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations. Even these are my feasts. 6 days shall work be done. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of rest.
So the seventh day, the same day he said in Exodus. The seventh day is the Sabbath of rest, read.
And holy convocation.
A holy convocation. A holy gathering. So what do we have to do on the Sabbath day? We got to gather together.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.